help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies, as well as new and vintage cards. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf Cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 633 North Highway 231 and can also be reached at instantReplaySportsCards.com.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida are proud members of the Panama City Beach Chamber. We'd like to welcome the newest members to the Beach Chamber.
Auburn Direct, LLC, Bay Credit Union, Callaway, Pro Build Cleaning, LLC, Fish Anywhere, Nexa Mortgage, and the Local Cafe.
Congratulations from the area's only sports radio station, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Sick grout? Down and out? Call the Grout Doctor and they'll come up with a prescription that will cure any ailment your grout may have. Just because it's sick looking doesn't mean it needs to be replaced. They can clean it, change the color, or even repair it. You just have to give the Grout Doctor a call at 850-367-4330 to schedule a free checkup. 850-367-4330. Like the Grout Doctor Panama City FL on Facebook to unlock a special gift with your first service.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WTOT, W271DN Mariana, WVLQ Port St. John, powered by Pepsi, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Signworks, a business serving businesses since 1985. Everything from signs and banners, vehicles and boats, magnetic and real estate signs, contractor signs, and much more. Signworks can do large format, full color printing too. Signworks, a real professional in the business world. Call Signworks at 785-8899. Signworks, 850-785-8899.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And good morning. It's Monday. Absolutely beautiful. And finally getting some cold weather in here. And the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Dr. Chad Mitchell is in the building. Doc, how you doing?
It's great to be here, Coach.
Man,
cool morning.
What a great week of college football.
It was.
I watched 3 unbelievable great football games. LSU takes down Arkansas in about 39-degree weather at kickoff. They had ice hanging from the goalpost. It was cold. It was terrible. And they played really well. They played okay, but they get a big win. And then 2:30, Alabama, Ole Miss. Bama gets it done, thank God. Love you, Nick.
Well, you know why, right? Because I couldn't see the game until like somewhere in the fourth quarter. And I start watching, and within 2 or 3 plays, we kicked a field goal to go ahead.
You should have watched the whole game. I knew something was wrong with them not playing well the first half.
They weren't, is what I heard.
And how about them Auburn Tigers putting on Jimbo Fisher, baby?
The story of the weekend to me is Cadillac Williams. If you have not watched the post-game interview, if you want to be inspired today, watch that. Just watch it. If you know a little bit about Cadillac Williams and his role
we don't need
at
Deion.
Auburn, right? Just watch the post game. It was inspiring to me to watch it. My wife made me watch it, obviously, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." And then the more I watched it, the more I realized, man, I mean, his heart is right. That's just the best way to say it.
A lot of people there for him.
Oh, it was packed out. It was sold out.
He happened to be one of the best running backs to play it on. Hey, what about FSU, baby? Beat down on Syracuse. Syracuse was riding so high.
Yeah.
But nobody destroyed Syracuse like FSU.
I watched that game. FSU absolutely dominated the entire game.
And you're going to have more for that.
Yeah.
More on that
yeah,
around
we'll have some of the stats here a little bit. Yeah.
Now, we got to start looking at FSU. They're moving up the polls. They took care of the SEC champions of the West. They beat LSU.
Yes, they did.
Okay?
First game of the season.
They're beating Syracuse worse than Clemson did and everybody else. They're looking
faltered
good.
A little bit with some of the bigger ACC teams, but now
Wake
some of those
Forest,
teams
NC
are
State,
faltering.
Clemson, yeah. 3 in a row, almost.
Yeah.
And now, I think they're going to win out. I just got to watch out, Gators. I got a feeling now. Hey,
FSU's looking good.
What a week, though. Let's look at it. Georgia wins. Tennessee wins. The FSU and Florida puts it on South Carolina. My goodness, they look good. It was a great week. That's the teams
think
we
the
cover.
Florida FSU game is
Going to be something special.
Is going to be really good.
Yeah. But being played in Tallahassee, I think that kind of gives the edge a little bit towards
It does.
Florida State.
Yeah.
But man, what a weekend of college football! Everything's set. Dabo Sweeney will be going against. He said Dabo will be going against my old former coach Mac Brown. Love Coach Brown. Played for him. He is a wonderful man. Mac Brown, North Carolina, in the ACC championship against Clemson. Now you're going to start hearing a push for. You're even going to hear North Carolina playoffs. Are we forgetting them? I heard that. I almost puked. He's got a good football team, but he knows it's not a national championship team. Their defense is not very good.
No.
Now, the other big push you're going to start hearing is one I said that I thought they'd have a really good chance to get in. I had Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, and either Southern Cal or Clemson. That's the ones I thought would get in. Southern Cal's going to have a shot now that Washington beats Oregon.
Right.
Everybody was jumping on the Oregon's bandwagon. They need to get in. They're going to push for somebody out west. You know that.
Yeah, they are.
You and your liberal friends are going to push for the West. And your other team.
Listen, I have friends everywhere. It's okay.
You ought to be in a great mood. Your other team that you support more than anybody else, even Bama, is Central Florida gets it done, man.
They're getting it done, I'm telling you.
Undefeated Tulane at Tulane in New Orleans.
Yeah.
In their new stadium
And
on
why
campus.
are you surprised? I'm not surprised at
them.
all.
I picked
I'm
them.
not surprised at all.
Matter of fact, I think I did terrible picks. No, I don't know really. I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember. But what else we got to talk about? It was something.
There's plenty to talk
goodness
about.
Gracious. We'll do this. We got an announcement around 7:15 you listen to today. It's tragic. And hopefully, I don't want to get into it now because I am trying to figure it out. But
This isn't another animal attacks a human story.
no,
is
it's not. No, it's actually somebody
John to laugh
that's
on
in
that one.
serious conditioning. It's not a laughing, Doc. It's not a laughing matter. It's
Sorry.
7:15. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, we had a guy that we all know that had something happen to him, and we need to keep him in our prayers. We'll do that. Let's bring it about 7:15. I don't want to get that right. About 7:15, We'll get into that. Let's switch your gears. High school football. Now you were off this past weekend, correct?
Yeah.
Y'all, because everything was out of Bay County.
Yeah.
All right, here's what happened. Now, Bay finishes 8-2. They lose to West Florida 35-0. I picked West Florida to win that game because I knew how tough that was going on that trip. And they had a situation happen at Bay High School with a football player being involved in it. Another negative thing happened, and I thought maybe that could affect the kids or the coaching staff or whatever. I don't know if it did or not, but they had a great year. Coach Brown did an incredible job. 8-2 district champs. They do make the playoffs. Just like Bozeman. Bozeman gets it done. They make the playoffs, even with all the injuries, Chad.
Oh, yeah. No, Bozeman had a lot of injuries.
Griff does an incredible job.
He does.
We're going to call Bay. We're going to call Coach Griff. We didn't get him on this past Friday. Our phones were down. John, do you know the phones are working today? We think they're working today. Really didn't want to talk to Michigan Eddie, so we said the phones were down. No, I'm just kidding. We had a lot of calls, and I apologize for that. So I think they're working today. But Bozeman, they lose to Baker 33-14, so they're out of it. Now, Bill's still in it. Sneeds is still in it. They're 10-0. They're going to play Cottondale. Cottondale won the first round of the playoffs. Chipley, 10-0, another really good football team. They're going to play Baker that just beat Bozeman. And then you got Holmes County. They got it done, man. They got it. I think it was on the road too. They got over there. They finished up. Coach Lee finished 7-4. Good job, Coach Lee. They beat my boys over at Freeport 49-20. They're going to play. They're having a great job like that. Guess who they get to play next? Northview.
Oh, wow.
Northview's the one A little school that just beat the dog out of Bay.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they're the real deal.
Yeah.
They're really good this year. They got a chance to win a state championship this year. Matter of fact, I kind of all the teams I picked, I'm looking at right now, I think Northview might be the best of all those schools. If Sneeze or Chipley have to go up there and play up there, I'd
Chipley's pretty good now. I'll tell you.
I don't know they're good like
I know,
Northview.
but Chipley's.
If they play them here at Sneeze or at Chipley,
is
then
that
I
who's
feel
playing
good.
Northview?
No, well, they got to get there first. Chipley's got to beat Baker, which I think they will. That'll be a good game. Sneeze got to beat Cottondale, which I think they will. Then Holmes County's got to beat Northview, which I don't think they will. I think Northview's just that much better.
I've not seen Northview or Baker, but Chipley I have seen, and they're good. There's
Sneed's
no question
is good, too.
Good.
Sneed's is pretty good for one school.
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen Sneed's as well. They're very good as well.
But they're all going to have to run through Northview, I think, to get the prize that they want to get to. Can you believe it, Chad? Football season, high school football's over. I mean,
No.
except for the playoffs.
It goes so fast.
And then we got 2 regular season games left in college football. Can you believe that?
It's hard to believe.
Isn't it sad to me?
Yeah,
sad
but,
to you?
You know, the thing that helped, it's sad to me because it doesn't look like Alabama's got any chance of making the playoffs.
Oh, we're in.
But,
Are you kidding? We're back. We're in.
But Tua's winning with the Dolphins.
Golly, man. He is tearing it up, brother.
Man, it's
remember all the talk. Oh, he's the bus.
Right.
He was still banged up.
They're doing that with Mac Jones too.
Well, he's hurt too.
I know.
Let me get my Bama book of excuses out. I got I can justify everything that goes wrong for Bama. All right, anything.
Have you got some for Auburn and
hey,
Texas
buddy,
A&M?
you asked me. You had asked me one time about Auburn and the Iron Bowl. I said, I'm really not worried about Auburn this year because it's in Tuscaloosa and they're not playing very well. After watching them play Saturday night, the effort they gave, man, it's going to be a game.
That's the way to say it. They're inspired.
You going? Are we going to go there, Iron Bowl?
We ought to.
I don't know. I'd rather go to the Florida State game Friday night. Come on back home. It's going to be that. We got some good games.
I got family coming in. There's no way I can do it.
I can't go to Alabama Oregon because I don't want to miss the Ohio State Michigan game. If you go to one, when you go to it, you miss most of the other games,
right?
Because you got to get to the stadiums when they walk through 2 hours before kickoff and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think I'm going to go. I don't think I'm going to go to the Iron Bowl. I do feel like Bama's got their shot now to get to 10 wins. They've done it every year since 2008. They've had double-digit wins. Matter of fact, the worst year they've ever had since 2008 has been 10-3. So I think we can live with that.
Yeah.
And I hope we can wind up.
We don't
11-2.
like that, but we can live with it.
Well, we usually fire offense and defense coordinators when we lose 3 games.
There you go.
So Nick's okay, but we're going to lose. We got to blame it on somebody. Somebody's going to pay for that, man. We used to take them out and put for sale signs in the yard.
Throw bricks through their windows. Yeah, that's not good.
Great weekend of college football. Really enjoyed it. If you haven't heard, we started a show, the ACC championship game. We've got our 2 teams that are going to be playing for the ACC championship, North Carolina and Coach Mack Brown, and then Dabo and Clemson. In the SEC, it's done. It's over. LSU has made it, unbelievably. Year 1 for the guy that doesn't fit. And, I heard all these Southerners saying, and even Jason Koleski, it's not a fit, it's not a fit. You know what? It fit, baby. SEC West champs. Good morning.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
I can hear people that run the score up on Missouri is what I hear. Is this Mike?
No, sir. This ain't Mike.
Oh, good.
Who is it? Seminoles. This is the Seminoles.
Now we start.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I know. I hear him good now. I couldn't hear him.
Yeah. Rob, what's up? Hey, Rob, I hope you hadn't got rid of those 2 things I kind of want.
We'll just have to talk about that later.
Okay. Don't do anything until I talk to you.
What I was going to say is I watched some of that Alabama game the other day. I'm going and tell me if I'm not wrong. Alabama might be a 500 team if they did not have Bryce Young as their quarterback.
Well, we played 3 really cupcake games. Let's see. Then, yeah, you might be. I don't know. I think we've got. I'd say 56%, not 50. 56.
They have lost 2. And they would have lost the one where they were on the 3-yard line with less than a minute
against A&M. Yeah,
right.
Okay,
and they would have lost Saturday night if they had not had him.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
So they would have at least lost 4 games that he has won for them.
Agree.
And they could have probably, because if they'd have been that far of a dumpster fire, they would have lost another one just because it would have been a dumpster fire, I believe.
Well, I disagree there. Go ahead.
He is, I'm going to say this, that he is the reason that they're where they're at, and because Alabama's good, but they're not near the team that they are with him as the quarterback.
I will say that I think he's the best quarterback in the country. And people don't realize he's still banged up. His shoulder's still. You can tell he can't throw the deep ball like he could.
Yeah.
He's out there playing. Most kids would say, "No, I'm not going to risk my NFL career." He's just a wonderful person. He's a great Christian man.
Well, right, and most of your Heisman Trophy winners or your Bo Nix, he's got a pretty good team around him, and they will help get him out of trouble. But Bryce Young is carrying. That's why he stays hurt. His back's killing him.
Yep, you're right.
But
now, Bo Nix, they got beat. Washington beat them 37-34.
Well, I didn't stay up quite that late, but yeah.
Yeah. But he still had a good game. He did. Now, Washington's quarterback passed for over 400 yards. Bo passed for 280. And he rushed for 58 yards. He still had a good game, total of 3 touchdowns. But Washington's quarterback, over 400 yards rushing. They kick a field goal with 50-something seconds to go, 51 seconds left. Washington takes down Oregon. Now the push from out west is USC.
Right, USC.
Yep.
And do we really care what happens on that side of the country?
Absolutely. We don't need them in the playoffs. We need to break it off and let them live their own lives out there.
But I tell you what, Florida Gators and FSU, that's going to be a ball game come Friday night.
It's going to be fun.
I tell you what now, I think Florida State's going to win out. If the game was played in Gainesville, with the game being played in Tallahassee, I think that gives Florida State an edge. But if the quarterback for Florida, if Richardson's playing top-notch football, then it's going to be an unbelievable football game.
Yeah, and I will say that, when we talked about everything that's going on with all these teams and everything else, what is the dumpster fire in Miami? And what is it? Is it?
They got to get used to that coach.
Is the NIL really making it this difficult for people to, that they don't?
I tell you, Rob, we got to take a break. You want to hold on?
I'll call you back in a little while.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Rob.
All
right, let's talk about some of our great people. Dr. Chad Mitchell, you've been taking care of athletes now for 23 years on Bay County sidelines, the legendary doctor. But you don't have to be a great athlete to come see you. Anybody can come. We'll even let that body that John has, come in here and look at you. I wish people could see that right now. That's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, anybody can come see me. Call us at Orthopedic Associates, 850-785-4344.
Now, you have changed you want to explain to everybody what's going on?
Southern Orthopedics has joined with Orthopedic Associates, and we're no longer Southern Orthopedics. But the number's the same, the people are the same, really nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed but the name.
But the name, yep.
Okay. Anyway, let's talk about some other. Hey, my good buddy next door neighbor, Doug, he's always down at the old rodeo, Tequila Bar and Grill. I went down there Saturday I watched a little bit of the Auburn game. I was watching about 2 or 3 at one time, started getting dizzy. I said, I can't do this. So I head home and watched the rest of the Auburn game and focused on that one really more than the rest of them. But we had a really good time down at El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. This is what they had on Saturdays and Sundays. They got the NFL ticket. You buy one small draft beer, you get the next one free. You buy one small margarita, next one's free. House wine, next one's free. They got the NFL ticket on Sundays. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. The newest and best Mexican restaurant in Bay County, El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill on Thomas Drive. Also, the legendary, had a great lunch yesterday, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Dr. Phil Cobb and I had a really wonderful time there yesterday for lunch. Carla's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Carla. I don't know how old she turned. She's a beautiful lady down there. She waits on us all the time at J. Michael's Restaurant. Best beer, the coldest beer, the best seafood you'll get anywhere. Legendary J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. Also, we have Chuck Tucker. We're dealing with real estate. Ask Beth, the big-time realtors, Beth, Mulvey, Mark Coward, all the great ones. They all use South Oak Title and Closing, Chuck Tucker, because there's never a surprise, Chad. Everything's done correctly. No surprises. One time, perfectly. South Oak Title and Closing. Your money demand, Chuck Tucker. Buffalo Rock, I want to thank you guys for everything you do for Bay County. What am I drinking right now? Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Chad's got a little bit of bourbon in his. Sorry about that. Get out to Buffalo Rock. Make sure you support them. They support us. We'll be right back with the legend, the man, the myth, Dr. Chad Mitchell. And behind the glass, the one and only, Big John. Big John. Big John. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whether in Northwest Northwest Florida can change on a dime.
Gale force winds bombarded with heavy rain.
That's why 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has the most up-to-date forecast on the Gulf Coast. Hi, this is staff meteorologist Tim Root. With over 40 years of experience, I know just how fast we can go from sun and fun to a serious situation. For the most accurate and detailed weather when it matters, rely on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Good Monday morning. I'm forecasting mostly sunny skies today. The high 65 to 70 and light east winds. The water temperature in the Gulf of Mexico is 73. Chance of a shower thunderstorm late tonight. Mostly cloudy around 55. A weather front coming in. Showers and thunderstorms in the mid-70s planned for Tuesday. This weather forecast has been brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. For ESPN Northwest Florida, I'm meteorologist Tim Root.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! That means those pregame barbecues with an ice-cold Pepsi? Totally back. Your perfectly placed football-watching corner seat back and comfy as ever. 18 Sundays of touchdown scoring, Hail Mary throwing, ice-cold Pepsi flowing football action. You better believe it's back. And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. And when we say always, we mean always. Like when your lawn is looking less like a lawn and more like a jungle. If the game's on, then the lawnmower ain't. And those gutters you haven't cleaned? Today is not their day. Or maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels studio.
They got something that money couldn't buy.
I was noticing when you come down the stairs that you've got pretty legs.
All right, I'll tell you a story without a happy ending.
Y'all following this?
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Veterans Day. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. God bless the veterans. And God bless the military. And God bless our wonderful police force, our state troopers, sheriff department, all those wonderful people that protect us and keep us safe. Thank you, guys. You know, that's amazing. Every day those people go to work and they never know they're going to come home. They don't make much money, but they put their life on the line. I'm talking about all of them, the military, the police, everybody. And we need to appreciate them. If you ever see any of them out in uniform, if you can afford it, I know somebody that can afford it, just buy their lunch. Just do it and don't make a big deal about it. I usually do it and I want everybody there to know I did it, you know. Hey, I did this. I did this. But anyway, do it quietly and be nice. I was supposed to meet with Eric Baker, my dearest father-in-law. I love Eric. Getting ready to do something. I want to make sure I'm not screwing up because he's built houses, buildings, businesses, you name it. And I need to talk to you off air about this. I don't know if this is good. All right, can I do my? You mind if I pray for this person real quick?
Go ahead. No, man.
John, is it okay if I tell what's going on? Is Rob on the phone? Rob, okay. All right. I like for all of you people, please out there, say a little prayer. We had a terrible thing happen, and I think a lot of you gonna know this guy. He's very well known, but it was a terrible thing. There was a man that was hit by a car, and he's not dead yet, but he's in trouble. There's no doubt about that. He was hit Saturday night, and the weather had gotten a little cold. They've been going through a lot of difficult times, but he got hit hard. He actually got run over by a Cadillac. Yeah, it was around here. It was in Auburn, Alabama. He got hit by a Cadillac, and his job now is on the line. Jimbo Fisher, keep me your thoughts and prayers. Cadillac ran his butt completely over. War damn Eagle. Woo! What do you think about that, Big Daddy?
Well, that
couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Cadillac runs over Jimbo Fisher.
He was too busy yelling at Saban to notice the Cadillac that was coming.
Yeah, he would look both ways, didn't he, man?
No, he didn't.
He was on the sideline yelling at his players, and the Cadillac just ran him over.
Now, what are the Texas A&M fans saying at this point?
Ethan Boyd will be here tomorrow. Big time Rudy's barbecue people they're not happy. They're not happy.
Bet you.
You lose 7 games.
And not only that, but I mean, come on, he got all this talent. I mean, we know Auburn's story.
Woo!
I mean, Auburn just basically beat them with heart. They have better talent at Texas A&M.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even close.
So
Auburn's got backup guys starting.
Right.
They were motivated.
We
got to do this at Auburn.
We will. We'll do it for the Auburn.
But can we get to Jimbo Fisher?
Sure.
Can you give me a little bit of time?
You want me to put the nail in the coffin?
Well, you've been you've been talking about some other people, so let's talk about Jimbo. Texas A&M, the most disappointing team in recent memory. Listen to this. Entering the season, Texas A&M was ranked preseason 6th in the country. 6th in the country. What did he do last year? Started a fight with Nick Saban. He signs the #1 recruiting class in the history of college football. In the last 50 years, only 7 teams have started in the top 10 and had a losing record. Only 7 in 50 years, Chad. That's how bad. This is
Who
the
are
history.
the teams? You have the teams?
I got a couple of them. I'll share with you right now a couple of them. Texas A&M is going to miss a bowl game. Karma. Let me tell you why. Remember last year, LSU went and played in that Texas Bowl, whatever bowl. They had hardly any players healthy. People opted out. They had just lost their coach. But you know what? LSU manned up. They did the right thing. They went and played. They didn't tell everybody, oh, we got COVID, we can't go. They went and played. Jimbo Fisher had more players than LSU had on his roster at the same time. You know what they did? He didn't have any quarterbacks. They opted out. They said the heck with the SEC, heck with making that extra money for the SEC and A&M. We're not going to play. Well, now this year he wants to play. Guess what? Karma, baby. He didn't have a winning season. He ain't going to a bowl game for 2 years in a row. So take that. Let's compare Jimbo Fisher to Kevin Summerlin. After 58 games, you know what Fisher's record is now? 37-21. You know what Kevin's record was at the same time? Not 37-21. He was 42-16.
He was a good coach.
Absolutely.
He was a good coach.
Did he not go into Tuscaloosa and put a beat down on Bama?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he made half the amount of money less than Jimbo Fisher made.
Yeah.
Texas A&M left to get to LSU.
You can't read your own writing?
I can't read what I'm writing. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I made a little note. All right, they did lose the athletic director at Texas A&M. He signed Jimbo this 10-year, $95 million contract, or before that $75 million. He leaves. They're worried he's going to go to LSU, so they're going to give him another big-time contract. They owe him like $85 million right now if they fire him. I believe it's $85 million. Well, that AD now, Woodward, is now at LSU. What did he do? He went out and hired a guy that didn't fit, that didn't talk South, didn't look South. And what's he done? He's turned the LSU team that had 6 or 7 losses last year in 1 year. His first year, he's got them in the SEC championship game. They're 7-2. 7-2. They lost to Tennessee, which is in the top 5, and he lost to FSU, which right now is rolling. So things are going good there, but at Texas A&M with Jimbo Fisher extension, things have gone terrible. The other schools that have fallen, Chad, you asked this question. After 5 years, Jimbo Fisher has not done anything. He had 1 good year, okay? The other schools that kind of match it, Southern Cal was ranked preseason #1 in 2012. They fell out of the top 25. Notre Dame finished preseason 2016, number 10 in the country. You know what they finished? 4-6. I'm sorry, 4-8. 4-8. I kind of think Jimbo Fisher's going to finish 4-8. They got LSU to play, and they got a cupcake this week. So 4-8 is like
who's the cupcake?
Oh,
when you
God.
got a record that bad, is anybody a cupcake?
Yeah, look that up. 'Cause I'm not
I'm
sure.
gonna look them up real quick.
Yeah. So anyway, Chad, is this the worst hire in college football history?
Well, I'm a little biased. I'm not a big fan of Jimbo Fisher to begin with, just because I hate how he did FSU. So I wouldn't say it's the worst hire. Do I think he's a disappointment at this point? Absolutely.
Well, can I say this? Is it the biggest disappointment in recent memory?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
I hate saying. I don't have.
And I'm surprised. I mean, I don't have anything personal.
No, I don't either.
It's just I'm surprised because he is a good coach. And he's got all that talent around him, and the fact that he didn't make it. And I don't care. I mean, if he played all freshmen, he ought to win. All those 5 stars that he bought.
Did you see one time they had 4 verticals, no hot route, linebackers blitz, knows nobody. I mean, it's a long developing play.
Yeah,
he gets sacked. I mean, just some certain things you see.
Right.
I think he needs to go hire a really great offensive coordinator because he got the money to do it, and just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to run the show, but you're going to call the plays. I think that would help him. Recruiting wise, they're getting people leaving left and right. Who's the team they play this week?
UMass.
UMass. They should get a win today.
Is that?
What's UMass record? You got the record?
Here, I'll check it real
quick. I'm just curious about
pull this over.
Jimbo Fisher's UMass.
So the UMass Minutemen are 1-9.
I think Jimbo's going to get a win this week. He loses this one. They might just say we're going to.
If he loses this one, it's.
So all right, they're going to probably wind up like Notre Dame did. Notre Dame was preseason ranked 10 in 2016. They go 4-8.
Let's not forget he lost to Appalachian State
at home. That they paid about $1 million to come play him.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hey, breaking news, Jimbo Fisher's going down in history. He has destroyed 2 programs in a row, Florida State and Texas A&M. No, but you know what? He's not a bad guy. I'm getting on to him pretty hard, and I shouldn't because I've coached, and things can happen like this. And I don't blame him for leaving and changing his life to make the kind of money he's making at Texas A&M, leaving FSU. I just disappointed the way he handled it, leaving FSU in such a bad shape. But anyway, that's the main reason I get on to him all the time. But I tell you what, Chad, my yard looks like a golf course right now, and I want to thank Patrick, Turf Pro, Pest Control. They do an incredible job. If you want yours to look really good, you having problems with the yard, call Turf Pro. Give Patrick a call. Turf Pro Pest Control will take care of all your problems. They do an incredible job. Also, Bay Point Golf. You love golf. There's only one place to go. That is Bay Point. Ryan Moe is here Friday. Does an incredible job down there. And his Chanticleers beat my Golden Eagles this past weekend. I think it was 26-23. Southern Mississippi gets beat by Coastal Carolina. But I hate to do it. I did pick against Southern Mississippi. That Cajun place, I saw Rick down there Saturday morning. He's looking mighty fine. That place had so many LSU Fighting Tigers in there at 11 o'clock in the morning watching LSU Arkansas. And a lot of Georgia fans, a lot of different fans there. Make sure you get in there every Saturday and Sunday. Wear your colors proudly. 75-cent wings. Yeah, I said it. 75-cent wings every Saturday and Sunday when there's an NFL college game on. Drink specials, food specials, incredible. Go down to that place, that Cajun place. Have a great time. All right. Rudy's Barbecue, Ethan Boyd. He'll be here tomorrow. We're going to ask him what's going on.
Questions.
What is going on with the Aggies? We'll be right back. Chad Mitchell, when we get back, he's going to have everything you know about FSU. Big, huge win on the road in the Dome, beat down of Syracuse. You're listening to the legendary 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. All you fine folks up in Mariana, 102.1, and those great people down at Port St. Joe, 101.9. We'll be right back.
For 5 years, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed
and still undefeated
leader for sports on the Panhandle, with engaging sports talk from national and local hosts. Play-by-play with the Atlanta Braves, the Auburn Tigers, college football, and the NFL. Plus, we're 850 strong with feeding families for the holidays at Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thanks for 5 years of broadcasting history. From ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hi folks, I'm Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. It's our 50th anniversary celebration. You've trusted us for 50 years to bring you the largest selection at the lowest prices. And now we're going to save you even more with our 50th anniversary celebration. We're giving you 50% off silver and estate jewelry, a select group of gold and diamond jewelry, and 60 to 70% off colored gemstone jewelry. 50 years of putting a sparkle on Bay County, Tracy's Fine Jewelry, and coin and bullion reserves. And you can take that to the bank.
Lace up your running shoes with the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce. The Daybreak 76 Panama City Beach Marathon, presented by Visit Panama City Beach, is set for Saturday, December 3rd. This Boston qualifier includes a marathon, half marathon, 5K, and kids fun run. The races begin and end in Pier Park with an after party at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Register for the Daybreak 76 Panama City Beach Marathon today at pcbmarathon.com before the event sells out.
Hi, it's Coach James Hale. Keeping your car looking great is easy as 1, 2, 3 at Blue Sky Express Car Wash. By joining their monthly wash club, you'll get the best bang for your buck. And just 2 car washes, your monthly membership pays for itself. Don't miss the summer deal where all your monthly memberships are 50% off on your first month, starting at $9.99 a month. Become a member today at Blue Sky Express Car Wash on Bat Beach Road, right next to Home Depot. Tell them Coach Hale sent you.
Broadcasting live from the Redneck Riviera. It's the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Tide Roll. Somebody said roll Tide Roll. This is your Alabama Football Network right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. All right, John, hit up FSU's fight song. I'm going to wait till you hit it. We have got to talk about FSU, and we got to hear that fight song. Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! Florida State Updates brought by by John and Charlotte. Newbies, get out to Newbies, have a great time. I think I had spent too much time at Newbies Saturday night.
What's in that Dr. Pepper
Woo!
you're drinking?
It has some good stuff down at Newbies, baby. Try that school bus, it'll run you over. I'd rather get run over by the Newbies school bus than a Cadillac up in Auburn. Anyway, Newbies, as John and Charlotte do a wonderful job. Newbies too on the curve to watch all sporting events. The mothership, the best bands in the Southeast. And I'm going to tell you what, man, Florida State gets it done on the road.
Speaking about getting run over.
Woo! Love it.
It's a 18-wheeler FSU runs over Syracuse. 38-3. I mean, it really wasn't even a game once FSU took the ball in to start the second half, goes down, scores. You knew this game was over at that point. Anyway, let's get into some of the statistics. Again, it was Florida State Seminoles 38. And the Syracuse Orangemen. 3. Well, they used to be the Orangemen.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's sexist.
FSU, 420 total yards. Syracuse, 160.
Wow.
Turnovers, FSU had 1, Syracuse 1. Time of possession, FSU, 36 minutes and 11 seconds. And Syracuse, 23 minutes, 49 seconds. First downs, FSU, 25. Syracuse, 9. Jordan Travis was 21 of 23 for 155 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then, to me, one of the stars of the show was Benson, 18 carries, 163 yards. I mean, he looked unstoppable at times watching him carry the ball. FSU scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. The first one on a Jordan Travis 3-yard run. The second one on a McLean 15-yard pass from Jordan Davis. And then Syracuse was able to score a field goal into the second quarter, but then from there on out it was FSU with unanswered points. Again, 38-3. I did not think that FSU was going to beat them this badly. I knew they were capable of doing it, but I thought Syracuse would play a better game, and, man, FSU took it to them. Now, with them playing this well, if they can continue this, especially into the end of the season here against Florida and have a great game against Florida, I mean, they may end up with a good bowl game.
That's what I was getting ready to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money to be made there.
Chad, tomorrow I have them down, but I don't have my notes on them. I could pull them up, but I'm not going to. There's like all these different experts that are picking the bowl games. It's starting to get clearer and clearer where people are going. I do not agree with CBS. The CBS latest had FSU going to the Military Bowl, playing Cincinnati. I think they're going to go to a lot bigger. And that game is on December 28th. I think you're going to see Florida State maybe in the Gator Bowl, maybe in the. I got them written down somewhere. I'll go with this tomorrow, but I think they're moving up to a bigger and better bowl game. I don't know if the Cheez-It Bowl is one of them. Again, I'll have it tomorrow. But I'm like you. I think they will move up to a bigger and better bowl game. You know what? They win the next two. That gives them 9 wins, correct? 9-3.
Yeah, 9-3.
They win a bowl game 10-3. I had a big booster here. I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants me to or not. He is a big one. He knows what he's talking about. He said they win 7 games. He's in great shape. That's what they're expecting. 7-8 wins would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, he's there right now. He's two more wins at least.
So he's got Louisiana and Florida. If he can beat both of those teams and win 9 games, my hat's off to him. He has brought the program back from the brink. So, good job for Norvell. Improving on what I guess Jimbo Fisher left, and I know there was another coach in between there, but I think Mike Norvell's done a really good job of bringing them back.
Somebody just texted me something at a school down in Lee County, Lehigh. They got that running back. I think he committed to Alabama. One and number 2 running back in the country. Or maybe already signed with them. I can't remember. They had one, maybe I can't remember. But anyway, they just had a coach down there get some huge trouble. And I'm not going to talk about that right now. We'll get back to that some other time. FSU, very impressed with the coaching staff, what they're doing. They know what's in Jackson, Mississippi. They know Deion's out there looking around for his next move. So that has motivated him to do a great job. And I think he's going to keep his job. I think he's going to do a good job at Florida State. He's did a great job at Memphis.
Where's Deion going?
You know what? I'm telling you, I really thought the perfect – 2 places I think are great for him. One is Atlanta, Georgia, where he played.
Georgia Tech, yeah.
Yes, but here's the deal.
Yeah.
The athletic director's coming in from Alabama. He's going to talk to Nick. You know he's going to.
Yeah.
I think it'll be somebody off Nick's staff, and I think it'll be Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien, that sounds
that
about
saves
right.
Saban from firing him, and that.
Yep.
But if I'm at Georgia Tech, I would bring Deion Sanders in there with all those talent in the state of Georgia with his name. He could recruit like no other. He'd be the only threat to Kirby. He's the only guy that go in that state could be a threat to Kirby Smart. The only, bar none.
Yeah.
The other job I think he'll do an unbelievable job at with South Florida. He's that's 2 hours away from Lee County where he grew up. He's a legend all over the country. He's a big legend in the state of Florida. That would be a perfect job for him. Either one of those jobs. I don't see him getting the Auburn job. I don't think he'll go to Auburn. I don't think that'll work. 'Cause he wants complete control, and I don't think he's going to get that at Auburn.
He'd get that at South Florida.
South Florida, Georgia Tech, I think he'll get that. But what would you do if you're him? If you have the choice between South Florida, you got all the athletes in the great state of Florida, the weather's nice, Tampa, or you go to Atlanta, where you got the best high school football coaches in the country. Our state's not that great in high school football like it used to be. We have great athletes, but it's not top notch. Like they don't take it seriously throughout the state of Florida like they do in Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I probably would. Would you go to Georgia Tech and be in the ACC?
I think I would, especially
I would too.
That early in my coaching career. Absolutely, I think that's where I'd go.
Well, think about, Chad, the amount of money, NIL deals. Look at the alumni of Georgia Tech. How much money they have.
Oh, they have a
huge.
lot.
They got
People
Chad
don't think
Mitchell
about that.
money. This is Chad Mitchell
here we
money.
go.
Okay, they could really, if they get on the same page, really start going out and really want to be good and make the commitment to be outstanding. That could be a really, really good job.
Oh yeah, the support from Atlanta would really help him. There's a lot of Deion fans there for sure. I think my personal opinion is that would be a great place to go. But, the South Florida job, I get it if Georgia Tech doesn't want him. South Florida definitely is a good place to go. Now you got to play Gus Malzahn and UCF.
Oh, that's easy. Come on, Deion teach Gus Malzahn what to do. Speaking of Gus Malzahn, great win.
Oh, yeah.
Big time win.
Beat Tulane 38-31.
And Tulane was on their way to the Cotton Bowl. They were on their way, the highest ranked team. They were going to get in.
Listen,
not now.
You can't ever count Gus Malzahn out.
He's a good coach.
He is a good coach.
I don't care what Auburn people say.
I know he hasn't really had any undefeated seasons per se, other than the one where he lost the national championship game. But this Plumlee, 17 of 30 for 132 yards and a touchdown, but it was the rushing. He had 176 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember, wasn't he at Ole Miss? Plumlee?
I think he was. He was
at
at
Ole
SEC
Miss.
school.
Yeah. Anyway.
He got a lot of transfers in there. He got a lot from Auburn in there.
Gus Malzahn has got it going on.
Did it say their overall record right now? I think they've lost 2.
Let's see. Yeah, so UCF Knights, they're
either 8-2 or
8-2. They're ranked 17th in the AP poll, and they're ranked 18th in the college
poll.
Who
knows, man? We might see a Central Florida, Alabama in the Cotton Bowl. You never know.
Oh, gosh.
You never know. I don't want to play Gus.
It could be. I don't want to play Gus either.
I'm worried about our bowl game this year. I really do. But I tell you what, I am worried about FSU. I think they're going to finish strong, baby. I can see 3 more wins from them. 3 more. Recruiting's getting better. Bowl game's getting better.
I like Norvell. I listen to him. I've listened to his pregame talks, his postgame talks, and I just like his mentality.
Great recruiter.
He's got this tough mentality about him.
All right,
all about training.
Let's talk about some of our sponsors. Right, Chad, tell everybody right now what's the best way to get with Dr. Chad Mitchell.
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344.
I tell you what, man, this cold weather doesn't bother me one bit. You know why? Because I got Stevenson Air Conditioning. I got the greatest guy in the world. Jason does an incredible job. He owns Stevenson Air Conditioning, family-owned, great employees. They do an incredible job. And it doesn't matter what time, day or night. If that thing quits working, if you're freezing, give them a call. If you're burning up, give them a call. Get it serviced now. It's getting ready to get this week's going to be really cold. Cold down here this week. And we're probably 15 degrees below what we should be for highs this week. Had some bad weather tomorrow. But Stevenson Air Conditioning is number one, not even close. If you got any concerns whatsoever, get rid of it. Buy a new one. All it does is pay for itself. You want that dang truck to look brand new. You want that other truck you got to look brand new. Then all you got to do is do what Dr. Chad Mitchell does. Take it down to Blue Sky Express Car Wash on Back Beach Road. They bought the best equipment money can buy. They buy the best wax, the best washing detergent. They do it all perfectly there. That's the reason they do such a great job. Blue Sky Express Car Wash on Back Beach Road. Dr. Ward, love him. We got him Wednesday. He's making those picks left and right. I think he said Bama's going to lose, though. You wait till I talk to him. But anyway, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. If it doesn't look right, feel right, don't play around with it. It could be deadly. Get to see Dr. Ward. If you listen right now, the office is near you. Call him, make an appointment, go see him. Do not wait. Dr. Ward, the man, the myth, the legend. We'll be right back. Dr. Chad Mitchell, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has the real local fishing report. This is Tim from Bay Breeze Bait and Tackle. Join me every Thursday afternoon at 5:15 during the Afternoon Underdogs and Friday mornings during the 6 a.m. hour. It's accurate, concise content from local anglers right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good Monday morning. I'm forecasting mostly sunny skies today. The high 65 to 70 and light east winds. Water temperature in the Gulf of Mexico is 73. Chance of a shower thunderstorm late tonight. Mostly cloudy around 55. Weather front coming in. Showers and thunderstorms in the mid-70s planned for Tuesday. This weather forecast has been brought to you by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. For ESPN Northwest Florida, I'm meteorologist Tim Root.
Sykes Concrete has been in business in this area since 1947, and 3 generations later, they're still going strong. See Sykes Concrete for dirt, sand, rock, and concrete. They can handle any size job from the smallest to the largest. Sykes Concrete pays CDL truck drivers some of the highest wages in Bay County, making $50,000 to $75,000 a year, including holiday and vacation pay, plus health insurance. See Hugh Sykes at Sykes Concrete, 8030 Highway 77 on the right, just north of Southport Elementary School.
Excuses are downright irritating and typically a hindrance. Todd Woodall here with Woodall's Total Comfort Systems. Let's put a positive spin on excuses. Woodall's Total Comfort Systems is here to serve you and to be your only excuse for being comfortable. From having a lower utility bill to having a reliable and efficient cooling system, and finally the excuse for you to receive fast, professional, and friendly service when you need it the most. Give Woodall's Total Comfort Systems a call at 850-482-8802 and let us become your excuse for being totally comfortable.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
I'm kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's Monday. That means Dr. Chad Mitchell will be with us all day today. Any type of injury, again, he'll see anyone. You do not have to be a superstar athlete like he takes care of. Any type of injury, go see Chad. They do a great job down there, the whole crew down there. All right, Chad, I'm going to get a couple things right here. TCU gets a big win. I lost on this one. I had Texas winning this game. TCU now wins the Big 12 title game. They're going to be in the title game. They've made it. Number 4 TCU beats number 18 Texas 17-10. 10 wins, the first time since 2017. December 3rd, they'll be playing for the Big 10 title. Who they'll be playing, I really don't know right now. It's not been determined. But I'm like Chad. I'll be honest with you. I hope they lose. I don't want them in. I do not want them in the playoffs. I don't. Texas defense did great. You know they had 11 tackles for loss in the first half alone.
Yeah.
But their offense was pathetic.
Where'd their offense go?
What happened to the quarterback? What happened to the $1 million man?
He was awesome against Alabama. I mean, against TCU,
Till he got hurt.
looked like he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, he looked bad against Oklahoma State the time we watched. It's just I don't know what's happened. Their offense is no offense for Texas, and I'm sure that he's feeling a little bit of heat right now from all the big money people out at Texas. Stark is, but we'll see. We'll see. TCU has to play Baylor and Iowa State, and then someone else for the championship. They should be able to take care of business against those two teams. You would think.
You would think.
It's looking.
They've
more and
hung
more.
on. They've won games when they needed to. Came from behind to win games. I mean, they're proving that they got grit and tenacity.
But I will say this, and you tell me if I'm wrong. I think you put TCU up against Tennessee in Knoxville.
Yeah,
they win.
Yeah,
you put them up in a neutral site. Tennessee wins. You put them in. Where are they from? TCU. I forgot.
That's Dallas, isn't it?
Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Somewhere
over there.
Yeah, somewhere out west, western Kelsey's Creek, Kelsey's Pond. Anyway, I think Tennessee is a better football team. That's just me. That's just my SEC bias, I guess. I love the SEC. So I would rather see Tennessee in there than TCU. But, Chad, what's going to happen? Ohio State beats Michigan. They win the Big Ten. The Big Ten is a mess, brother. The Big Ten West is a mess. Illinois got beat. We don't. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on that. Can I hold off on this and talk to Jim Baran about this because he's a Big Ten expert?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get back until the Texas A&M and all this kind of stuff. Not Texas A&M, but TCU. I don't want them in the playoffs. Okay. I hope they don't make it. I'm just being upfront. NC State lost to BC, Boston College, 21-20. Boston College had lost 4 straight times, and then they get in there and they take care of NC State. Good job, Boston College. That one surprised me. UConn upsets Liberty. You know what Liberty and Hugh Freeze did the week before? They go on the road. They beat Arkansas.
Right.
Everybody says he needs to be the head coach at Auburn.
I think they left it all on the field.
I think he's trying to talk. He's talking to Auburn people instead of coaching football.
Well, that could be happening.
Yeah. But UConn upsets Liberty, and now UConn is bowl eligible for the first time since 2015. They beat Liberty 36-33. Unbelievable that Liberty had just beat Arkansas and they get beat. Clemson gets it done. They beat Louisville. They bounced back after losing to Notre Dame. After getting really spanked by Notre Dame, they bounced back and beat Louisville.
Did you see that one run by what's that kid's
I kept hearing about it, but I hadn't seen it.
Oh, my goodness. So he leaps over one player. You see he's just shooting like a bullet through the line. Yeah, it's a Najee Harris moves. He leaps over one guy, and the two guys are converging on him, and he busts through them and goes – another 10 yards into the end zone. It's the most incredible play. I
kept hearing about it. I haven't looked at it.
You have to watch it.
I will.
In fact, I'll pull it up for you.
Yeah. Great job by Dabo. They come back. Now, Cunningham, Louisville, he went out. They pulled him out in the third quarter. His shoulder's been screwed up, so good job for Clemson to bounce back, get a big win. Central Florida, we talked about it earlier. They do it. They get it done on the road. Number 22, Central Florida, beats number 17, Tulane, 38-31. Chad's favorite team in the world. Southern Mississippi, my Golden Eagles get beat by Coastal Carolina. Southern Cal, on a Friday night when nobody cares and nobody watches, Southern Cal destroyed a terrible Colorado team, 55-17. Cincinnati beats East Carolina, 27-25. Ohio State Buckeyes, they look good. They get it done, 56-14. Chad had mentioned this earlier. Notre Dame's getting better. That they hold on. They jumped out, and they had to hold on to beat Navy. They beat them 35-32. West Virginia beats Oklahoma. Let's talk about that. Did that surprise you?
Man,
it sure
yes,
did me.
It surprises me. But
West Virginia's not a very good football team.
Oklahoma is disintegrating.
Let me ask you, does this save Brown's job at West Virginia? Does it save his job?
It
He
might.
came in from Troy. Up there.
It might. I mean,
beating Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Now, Oklahoma's coach is
Venables is right now. He might need to go back to Clemson.
And think about that. Their defense is terrible. He is a defense. Of course, it's year one.
It's year one.
But he should have got out there and got some guys transferred in and can play.
Lincoln
Riley did.
It's disappointing. But Lincoln Riley also left for a certain reason.
He took half.
I think he played
He
Jimbo.
took the best players.
He took a play out of
Jim.
Jimbo Fisher's playbook.
Yeah. It's just sad what's going on in college football. All right, Pitt gets it done. They beat Virginia 37-7. Purdue, this is what I couldn't stand. Purdue beat my boy. I like the coach at Illinois. They beat Illinois 31-24, which now who wins that division, who knows? There's like a three-way tie. Troy, good job, Troy. They hold on and win. They beat Army at home. Good crowd there. It was Military Day, Veterans Day. They did a
Wasn't there a defender that broke a record or whatever with number of tackles for Troy?
I think so.
I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah, you're right. Troy gets it done 10-9. Oklahoma State beats Iowa State 20-14. You never know with Oklahoma State what's going to show up. Penn State 30, Maryland zip. Miami, can you believe this? They won a game. Miami 35, Georgia Tech 14. What's the deal?
They beat Georgia Tech. What's the deal with Georgia Tech?
What is Miami, man? No, I mean I thought they'd be a lot better this year. I know it's year one.
They've got a good coach. I don't know what to say.
They had a guy. They got a big time money guy down there buying players, doing everything.
I don't, unless there's some bad chemistry or something. I'm not sure.
There's something wrong. Something wrong.
Yeah.
And somebody said, well, they don't relate to the other coaches he hired. Kevin Steele's getting up there in age. Charlie Strong's got up there in age. I'm not buying that. Something ain't right. I don't know. I think year two will be 100% better. I believe in Cristobal. I do. So I think year two will be really good. But they get a big win for them, 35-14 over Georgia Tech. Michigan's looking really good again. Michigan 34, Nebraska 3. Iowa 24.
Stop for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
We never talk about Nebraska.
There's a reason. There's a reason. We like talking about winners.
Now, you talk about a dumpster fire, and I hate to pour it on Nebraska, but, I mean, that SEC shorts from years ago where they were doing the Blue Bloods, and, you know, it pans to this Nebraska dumpster.
And nobody knew who they were.
Man, talk about a team that needs to come back. Yeah, I know they got rid of Scott Frost. I know all the circumstances there, but man, I kind of feel bad for them in a way.
I do too. I mean, I don't know. They got enough money to get the NIL deal should be okay, but it's just where they're located.
But
where they're located.
As we're finding out,
middle of nowhere.
NIL doesn't mean everything. In fact, you kind of wonder if it isn't a distraction. I mean, look at Bama.
NIL means everything.
Look
what
at
are you talking about?
Bama. Look at Texas A&M.
I see what you're saying.
Then look at Georgia.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But there's
caused problems.
If it's a chemistry problem or an arrogance problem that comes about,
that's a chemistry. I mean,
right. That's part of it.
That's the deal. Yeah. I mean, you got guys in the locker room PO'd because this little punk freshman's making $1 million.
Right.
I'm making hardly nothing.
Right.
If anything.
Yeah.
And I've been here busting my butt. I'm not even talking about a starter. I'm talking about your backup offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Your back off defensive tackle. And there's talk now, Chad. There's talk now where the players are going to get together, and they look at their grades, and they don't think they're going to go maybe second round, third round. They'll go back to those coaches and say, "Look, I'll stay here. If the NIL money's worth me staying, I'll stay."
Right.
And it's just going to change college football. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
You think we're going to have more seniors?
I'm okay with that. What I can't stand is a transfer deal. I mean, the NFL has more structure than college football.
Yeah.
The power is all with the players right now. We got to go. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. I want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors, like Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski. He lets you buy it before you try it. Paparazzi Gourmet Deli. Phil Cobb and I went and had lunch there. I think it was Friday. You got 2 slices of pizza, lunch special, Chad, drinks, and some other things. Really good deal. But the 2 slices of pizza are like a half a pizza. So we get that and split that. We get one order, split it. He gets one big piece. I get one big piece. Really good. Go try it. You'll love it. The deli, they got lasagna. They got everything there. It's incredible. But the bakery, the bakery's incredible, man. Paradise Cake. Try it one time. That and Napoleon, the 2 best things they got in. And the other stuff's really good, too. Large selection. Retired police officer. Big John does a great job. Paparazzi Gourmet Deli on Thomas Drive. We'll be right back with Dr. Chad Mitchell. We're going to talk about the mighty Crimson Tide of Alabama. Bounce back win. They get it done. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN.
ESPN Northwest Florida is feeding families for the holidays. Once again, we're doing our part by feeding families in need this Thanksgiving. If you know a family in need, share their story with us by going to ESPNPC.com and clicking Feeding Families for the Holidays. We'll pick 20 families and provide them with a Thanksgiving turkey and a $150 gift card from Panama City Toyota, Rudy's Barbecue, Peden Air Conditioning, Plumbing and Electrical, and ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good Monday morning. I'm forecasting mostly sunny skies today. The high 65 to 70 and light east winds. The water temperature in the Gulf of Mexico is 73. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm late tonight. Mostly cloudy around 55. A weather front coming in. Showers and thunderstorms in the mid-70s planned for Tuesday. This weather forecast has been brought to you by KHS and Associates, your source for affordable health insurance. For ESPN Northwest Florida, I'm meteorologist Tim Root.
Tiger TV Pro is a new streaming service that provides you with over 3,000 channels for only $15 a month. You probably spend more than that on lunch these days. Get local channels, entertainment networks, premium movie channels, news and weather channels, and more. Tiger TV Pro even includes all the sports networks, including ACC, SEC, NFL, MLB, and NHL. Sign up's easy. Just go to ESPNPC.com, scroll down, and click the Tiger logo.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WTOT, W271DM Mariana, WVLQ Port St. Joe, powered by Pepsi, ESPN Northwest Florida.
What's that grin about?
I just took a load off my staff by hiring Fresh Start Cleaning Services.
How'd you manage that?
Fresh Start Cleaning Services allows our team to leave at the end of their shift and not have to stay and clean after a double. They're happy, and you should see the difference having a professional cleaner makes. Plus, now I know exactly how much the cleaning cost will be for the year.
Wow, that would make anyone smile.
You can call Fresh Start Cleaning Services at 850-771-6057.
Put down your natural light. It's time for the Alabama Update. The Alabama Update, weekday mornings at 8. On the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Tide. Alabama finally gets a win. Seems like it's been forever since they won a football game. Alabama wins the football game on the road. Now, people forget, Ole Miss had 2 weeks to get ready. Lane wanted this win so bad.
And Lane was ready, and he almost won it at the end of the game.
What about the first? I'm telling you what, the first quarter, I said, we in trouble. In trouble.
Fortunately, I didn't watge it in the first quarter. I was at the wine festival over
You'd have been upset. You'd been hitting that wine harder, I guarantee you, if you'd been watching it. They didn't play very well. They didn't look like they were pumped up, didn't play very well. Ole Miss went up and down the field. They were fortunate that Bama was fortunate they didn't get touchdowns. They had to settle for a field goal one time. But, man, on this, the biggest thing of the game, they showed Bryce Young chewing out his offense. They went for it on fourth down on about the 40-yard line, their own 40. Center snapped the ball, and nobody else is even ready. Bryce has to pick the ball up, runs, gets killed. They lose about 2 yards. Ole Miss takes over, goes down the field. But after that, he chewed them out. Then Saban gets in the huddle on the sidelines, and they're showing, CBS is showing it. He's saying some things you can't repeat. But after that, that offensive line and that offense played a lot better.
Oh, the second half, they dominated the game. Yeah, that's how they came back to win.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, Bryce Young, you can't say enough good things about Bryce Young. Anyway, that was a big win for Bama.
He can't win it by himself. I mean, that's the
he about did.
I know, but I'm saying without teammates stepping it up and doing what they're supposed to do, you can be the best player in the world. You can't win. It's a team sport.
Absolutely. Alabama gets it done 30-24 over Ole Miss. Big win for Bama on the road. Now, total offense, listen to this. Ole Miss had 403 yards.
Yeah.
Alabama had 317. Mm-hmm. Most of that in the second half. Turnovers, Bama turned it over one time. Ole Miss one time. Time possession, this is one good thing. Bama kept Ole Miss off the field. 31 minutes, 23 seconds. Ole Miss had the ball 28-37. First downs, Ole Miss had 22. Alabama had 18. And without Bryce Young, Bama does not win that football game. Passing yardage, Bryce Young was 21 of 33, 209 yards, 3 touchdowns. He took off and ran the ball like he used to. I guess he felt better about his shoulder. I think that really helped us a lot also. Ole Miss threw the ball 31 times, completed 18 for 212 yards, 1 touchdown. Rushing the ball, Bama ran the ball 36 times. They threw it 33. They rushed it 36. Can you believe it? They actually ran the ball more in passing.
Yeah, and I noticed Gibbs didn't play. Is he hurt?
He hurt his ankle.
Okay.
Got his ankle banged up. I think he might have gone, but they held him out. But anyway, Bama ran the ball 36 times, 108 yards. They only averaged 3 yards a carry. That ain't good, but they did better in the second half. Ole Miss ran the ball 49 times for only 191 yards.
That's the story.
That's the story. Yes, sir. They shut it down.
Yeah.
They did a better job. They averaged 3.9. The second half, when you started watching, that's when they really started playing better defense. They did a great. Second half, Bama looked like Bama. Wide receivers, 8 different wide receivers touched the football. 8 different, Chad. That's pretty good. They had 209 yards. They averaged 10 yards reception. They had 3 touchdown passes. Ole Miss only threw to 4 receivers. 4 different guys touched the football for Ole Miss. They averaged 11.8 yards.
They're clearly not a passing team.
No,
you can see at the end of the game.
But that's what I love about. That's the reason I think Lane's such a great coach.
Whatever he can do, whatever.
Yeah,
he uses the players that he has.
He doesn't force a circle into a square. I mean, he's going to do what the kids can do.
Right, and he
does a great
played this
job.
game very close.
He got a lot of good shifts, a lot of good motions. They had a couple trick plays, and Bama got away with one. They hit the receiver down the field and knocked him off his route, and it should have been a penalty. They didn't see it. People went crazy. But it probably would have been a touchdown. It was a double pass. He threw the guy in the slot. The guy throws the ball. Set up pretty nice. And if we didn't hit that guy, that kind of been running free. So good job, Bama secondary. Good job, officials. The check's in the mail. Alabama has now won 8 games, okay? They got a chance right now to win 10. They've got Austin Peay this week. Kickoff's 11 o'clock on the SEC network, the alternate station, or ESPN+. Now, they win that one. That gets them to 9, then the Iron Bowl. Auburn's going to be a tough game. Auburn's playing inspired football right now. That would get them to 10. And they have another opportunity to get to 11 with a bowl game. So hopefully we can get to 11 wins. And who knows? You never know. You never know. Something crazy could happen where Bama actually gets in the playoffs. Is it highly unlikely? Yes, it really is. Is it absolutely no chance? No, there's always a chance, right, Chad?
Well, yeah, if we had the 12-team playoffs, yeah, we'd be in good shape.
I always hated those 12-team playoffs. I hate that. It's a waste of time. People get hurt. Now I wish we'd had them. I'm changing my tune. This year, let's have 12 teams.
I don't know. Look, I mean, think about it for a minute. I mean, we're both lamenting how Bama is really
whatever hell's
not,
Bama, I'm for.
Right, yeah. They're not playing that well, and they don't deserve to be there.
Let me tell you something. No, wait a minute. They don't deserve to be there. Let that time out.
Hey, you got to win
They
to be
lost
there.
2 games on the last play of the game against 2 really good football teams.
Listen, I know that, but I'm saying the way they are playing, they're not playing like Georgia. They're
Hey, if we get in, we're going to win the national championship. We had 12 teams, we would win. You know why I say that? You can't prove that's not true. All right, listen to this, Chad. I told you Bama has a chance.
I love his thinking.
Bama has a chance.
That's why he's a coach.
Remember I tell you, he
why
said
he's a coach, always positive.
There is a chance. Here's the Vegas odds. Georgia to make the playoffs, 95%.
100%.
They can lose to LSU. They're in. They win next
Georgia's
week. They're in. Yeah.
Fantastic.
They got, I think, Kentucky, and I think they've got who's the other one? They got Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Neither one of those 2 teams are going to slow
Ohio
down.
State, 86%. They're in.
Now, what happens if Ohio State and Michigan play a very close game?
And who wins?
I think both of them could go.
I do too. Look, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Michigan's got, like you said, Michigan's 65%. They're third. Tennessee is fourth. Tennessee's fourth with 58%. TCU's at 32%. Clemson 31%. Alabama still has a 15% chance to get in. Southern Cal 8%. And LSU Fighting Tigers, they had a 5% chance. We'll come back to that. I got to do my Bama update by Stevenson Air Conditioning. I want to thank Jason for everything they do with Stevenson Air Conditioning. All right, this is what Nick had to say about the football game. He was really pleased with the kids' effort. They played hard. Big win for Bama. He was. You could tell he was smiling. He was upset. I mean, he was happy and real proud that they won the football game. And they needed it, man. We needed to get a win big time. We got a phone call? I think we got a phone call. But I tell you what, you could get back to saying you could tell they were really pleased with that win. Our guys competed in this game. I thought they played really hard. They won this football game. We played a lot better in the second half. We stubbed our toes somewhat in this football game, especially in the first half. We kept playing. One play at a time. Things got better as the game went on. I'm so proud of these players and for what they fought through and what they did tonight. Good job, Nick. Really positive, upbeat, happy for a big win. That was a great team. That was a great win. Ole Miss got good players. They had a really good plan. They got a really good football team. Really proud of our football players. Alabama's defense in the second half played great, Chad. I was telling you earlier. They played, guess what else they did? They played a lot of zone coverage. Thank God they're playing some zone coverage right now. And the best corner got hurt early in the game. Eli Ricks, hurt early. He might not play this week. We're not going to need him this week. Everybody's banged up. We can let him rest this week, get ready for Auburn in the bowl game. Let's take this phone call. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. It's Rob again.
Hey, Rob.
When are y'all just going to admit it's a down year for the Southeastern Conference?
Wait a minute. How can you say that? What do you mean? We're going to win. We're going to get 3 teams in.
You only got one team that deserves. Y'all were going to have a 3-loss team that was going to be in the conference championship game on the west side.
We're going to listen. These are teams, Rob. All right, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you. LSU's going to upset Georgia. They're in. LSU in. Georgia's in. Tennessee's in. That's 3 right there. If we go to 12, I'm trying to get 12 teams while Bama get in there. If Bama gets in, they're going to win it all.
Right. If we'd had a 6-game playoff, let's just eliminate everybody else and we'll just make it the SEC National Championship.
There you go, baby. I like what you're saying there, Robbie. No, I do think we're going to get 2 in. I think Tennessee's going to get in. We need TCU to lose. We want TCU to lose.
I don't see.
Spread the love. Can you not spread the love a little bit and let everybody have a piece of the pie?
Ask Chad. There's 3 things people love in the state of Alabama: preacher comers, money, and Alabama football.
True.
We don't want
to. It's only 51%. The other 49% are bleeding right now blue.
Hey,
they're bleeding.
Yeah, that other 50% showed up to a sold-out stadium with 3 wins.
Hey, Auburn fans.
I thought I had been asleep for 2 weeks, and that was the Iron Bowl game. The way they were acting before the game,
tell you
with
what,
all the pom poms. I mean,
that's scary.
That stadium was rocking and rolling.
Rob, we get them in Tuscaloosa though. We get them in Tuscaloosa.
At least Cadillac didn't pull a hammy this week.
Yeah.
Running up and down the side.
No, that was Hillard.
It was one of them. They were both limping.
Running back, yeah.
They were both limping coming back up the field because looked like they were having a race.
Hey, but Rob, did you watch Alabama Ole Miss?
I watched a lot of it. Yes, I did.
The second half, that looked like Alabama football. The second half, they played physical football, both sides of the ball. They ran the football. They were playing great. The run defense was good. I was happy. The second half, I was pleased.
It looked like that because Bryce Young was running the offense.
Yes, sir, baby.
But,
sir.
But anyway.
Hey, Rob, we got a break. Why do you wait so long to call? You always call it a break time. You want to hold on?
No, I can't. I got to get to work. Well, it's because you was bringing up something I needed to chime in on.
Oh, okay. All right. Matter of fact, since they won the next 45 minutes, we're going to talk nothing but Alabama. We're going to talk about the uniforms, the socks, the jocks, you name it. We're going to talk Bama.
Hey, it's fixing to be the Auburn update, so you're going to have to talk about Auburn and how great that win was over the powerhouse of the Texas A&M.
Yeah, Chaz's wife just texted in and said, shut up, get to Auburn. So I got to do what they tell me. So anyway. All right, Rob, I'll talk to you later, buddy. Call us later. Bye-bye, buddy. All right, that's always some of our great people. You want a wonderful, wonderful lunch today? Get out to J. Michael's restaurant. Unbelievable. You see Carla, tell her happy birthday. Get out to J. Michael's. Matter of fact, we're going to have a little thing for Carla about 11 o'clock today at J. Michael's. Chad, you coming?
Probably not.
You got to work, don't you?
Yeah.
You got to work.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some other great people we have. Stevenson Air Conditioning, thank you for the Alabama update. Also, Buffalo Rock, the great things you guys have done since you've been here in this town is incredible. All the way back to Johnny Penny. We opened up Arnold High School. Johnny Penny gave us, we didn't have to pay for him, gave us so many scoreboards. It's unbelievable. Coolers, anything we needed, he did that. He does that for all the schools. They've continued to do that. They're all about community. That's the reason you better support Buffalo Rock. You make sure you buy Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, all Buffalo Rock products. They are incredible people down there. Just like Dr. Chad Mitchell. Any type of injury, you go see Chad. Legendary doctor, 23 years on Bay County sidelines. He'll take care of everyone, not just the elite athletes. He takes care of everybody. Bay Point Golf. I'll talk more about them in just a second. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, the best and newest Mexican restaurant out there. Ask Doug, my next-door neighbor. He's there every Saturday, 2:30, watching the big game, CBS 2:30 kickoff on CBS. We'll be right back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida presents Alleviation. The Jack Patterson Benefit. It's the force behind wrestling against cancer. He does so much for so many. Now he needs our help. Join ESPN Northwest Florida as wrestling returns to the Possum Palace. Saturday, November 26th in Wausau. Come see your favorite local wrestlers, including exciting women's wrestling. Tickets only $10. 6 and under free. Bell time 7.
Good Monday morning. I'm forecasting mostly sunny skies today. The high 65 to 70 and light east winds. The water temperature in the Gulf of Mexico is 73. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm late tonight. Mostly cloudy around 55. A weather front coming in. Showers and thunderstorms in the mid-70s planned for Tuesday. This weather forecast has been brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. For ESPN Northwest Florida, I'm meteorologist Tim Root.
Billboard Kia, your local community dealer, is thankful for your support this year and giving you fall savings on the purchase of a new 2023 Kia. Just in time for holiday travel adventures, now offering 2.9% APR up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2023 Kia Soul. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology with a 2023 Kia Soul's all-around good looks and reliability that was built for you in mind. Billboard Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillboardKia.com. We make buying a car easy and give you the peace of mind that you can trust.
Offer from Kia Finance for the purchase of a new 2023 Kia Soul with $2,209 per month per $1,000 financed in 48 months. Quality's limited. No down payment required. Cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Billboard Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 1/3/23.
Tiger fans, join us weekday mornings at 8:15. It's the Bay Point Golf Auburn Update on the Coach James Hale Show at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
James Guadalma, all you wonderful Auburn fans out there, don't forget tomorrow, 8:15, like every Tuesday at 8:15, the legendary Andy Burcham, the voice of the Auburn Tigers. Auburn looked like Auburn. They looked like the old Auburn. I remember when they were looking terrible this year, I said growing up and watching Auburn, even when they didn't have good teams, they would hit you. They always played inspired defense, always would knock you on your butt. They did that, man. That defense was rocking. They were laying people out Saturday night. My question to you is, Chad, and Auburn Updates brought to you by Bay Point Golf. Ryan Moby, wonderful people down there. Go play golf at Bay Point, best around. Is Auburn improved that much, that inspired football, or is Texas A&M that bad? This is a Texas A&M team that went into Tuscaloosa, was 3 yards from winning that football game. On the last play of the game, they lost that game.
Well, Texas A&M's clearly got some problems. I think they had a freshman quarterback, right, that was playing that game, and so that's part of the issue. But I will say this. This was the Carnell Williams or Cadillac Williams show. He inspired those kids. He basically, I mean, I don't know if our listeners listen to the post-game commentary by Cadillac Williams, but it's one of the most inspiring things I've heard this year, that he basically tells the kids, he's candid with them, you know, you are not the best. You are not supposed to be the best. But, you know, we're here as a family, the Auburn family, and we're here to support you, and you've got a lot of people that want to see you succeed. Let's go out there and do it. And, boy, they got it done. I mean, they played their hearts out for a coach who, I mean, you know, his whole life has been an Auburn guy, just, you know, sold out for Auburn. I know he was a head coach, I guess, at IMG for a couple of years. But for a guy who never expected himself to ever be a head coach in the SEC, much less Auburn, where, you know, he's from, you know, and then I say he's an alum. That's what I mean when I say he's from Auburn. But, I mean, just to watch that post-game commentary by him, it was inspiring to me. I think everybody ought to watch that.
They
if you
played
like
hard.
college football and you like the way college football kind of mirrors life, you need to watch that post game.
It was
press
definitely,
conference.
It's definitely not what you usually see.
No, it's not.
Most coaches.
I mean, he was pouring his heart out.
Keep their emotions in check. And just, matter of fact,
he was pouring his heart out, and he was basically saying, "Hey, we just went all in."
Well,
and
he also talked about what Auburn has done for him. They made him what he is today.
Yeah.
He went to Auburn, become a man.
They also
Education,
kept it
he got
simple.
there.
They simplified the offense and the defense is what they did.
Yeah.
So that the kids could perform at their best and not have to worry about all the complexities that you get bogged down in. I mean, he pulled it off. He beat Jimbo Fisher in Texas A&M.
He hit him. He ran him over.
Yeah,
that
just ran him
Cadillac
right
did it,
over.
baby. All right, here we go. A&M has lost now 6 games in a row, right? First time since 1972. Unbelievable. Auburn was up 10-0, but Texas, I got to give credit. Texas A&M fought back, made it a ball game, and then the Auburn Tigers get it done. If Auburn could throw the football at all, they would be a threat. Auburn passing, Ashford was 6 of 13 for 60 yards. Chad, you can't.
Right.
You can't.
Yeah.
Hard live like that.
Yeah, it's you play really good teams and you will get destroyed.
He had
with
one
stats like
touchdown
that.
pass.
That's right.
He had 2 interceptions. His turnovers almost gave it away for Auburn, but he ran the ball well. I will say that. Auburn rushing attack looked really good. My God. Bigsby looked like the old Bigsby. 23 carries, 121 yards. Every time he touched the football, he averaged 5.3. Hunter looked just as good, man. Hunter can play.
Oh, yeah.
Great. They kept him fresh. They played both of them. Guess what? He had 13 carries. How many yards he gained? 121. Both backs had 121 yards. He averaged 9.3 every time he touched the ball. And the quarterback ran the ball 16 times for 47 yards, and he averaged 2.3.
And what do you get when you run like that? Time of possession.
You shorten the game.
Golly, Auburn just dominated on
Keep
time
the game,
of possession.
keep the ball
36
away from
minutes.
A&M. Yeah, if they can do that against Bama, they've got one more game than the Iron Bowl. They're home. I think it's Western Kentucky they have. This coming up Saturday.
And Auburn had 3 turnovers. Just think if they didn't have the turnovers.
And I think most of those from the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Cadillac, I tell you what, he's got the kids playing hard. They believe in him. They're going to give him great effort. That's one of the things I saw, the effort they played with on defense, the effort they played with on offense, the kicking game. They won all 4 phases of that football game. A&M's passing, this is how well Florida Auburn's defense looked. Their quarterback threw the ball 36 times. You may see completed 14, 38% of his passes. That's it. For only 121 yards. He had 1 touchdown. A&M rushed the ball. Daniels had 11 carries, 83 yards, average 7.5. Moss, 5 carries, 7 yards. Preston was a leading receiver for A&M. He had 3 for 43 yards. He averaged 14.3. It was wild in Jordan Hare. I tell you what, it was like getting ready to play the dang Iron Bowl or something.
It was sold out.
Place was going crazy beforehand. He brought back a lot of former players that played with him at Auburn.
They were there to
on the
support him. I
sideline
mean,
there.
you're a 3-6 team. I think they were 3-6, right, at the time. They're now,
Yeah. They get a chance to go to a bowl game.
And you sell out the stadium to support the coach.
Hey, Auburn's
I know. I'm just making that point. Yeah.
Auburn's a great job. Anybody says it's not a good job, don't know what they're talking about. That's one of the top jobs in college football. They also, did you see the video? I should have shared it. The players going, this is before the game. I'm not talking about right before kickoff. I'm talking this past week. They had Auburn, and Cadillac was taking them through the new almost $100 million football facility. Wow, it's something special. Indoor practice facility, the locker rooms, the weight room, the whirlpools, the weight room, meeting rooms. It's incredible, man. It's as nice as it can get. And they're going through there and they're filming it. And they're sitting in these huge leather chairs and stuff. And players are like, my God, this is incredible. So they were pumped up about that. They had a good week of practice, and they got it done Saturday night in Auburn. Big win. Big win. We got a call? I think we have to take it. All right, this is Auburn grading. This is the AL.com. They graded Auburn players, the team against A&M. Quarterback play was a C-. He could run the ball well. Absolutely no passing attack. 60 yards, that was it, C-. Running backs, Auburn got a B+. They should have got an A. The running back should have got an A. Bigsby and Hunter did a great job. Both of them get 121 yards. I thought they looked outstanding. All right, we got a phone call. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm sure you guys probably didn't see it, but at the conclusion of the FSU-Syracuse game afterwards, the panel of the ACC network, Mark Rick, E.J. Manuel, and a couple other guys, I forget their names. But anyway, they're interviewing first Jordan Travis, then Jared Verse, and then they had Coach Norvell on there. As part of it, Coach Rick says, Coach, I played at Miami, coached at FSU, coached at Georgia, coached at Miami. Can you kick the Gators' ass for me?
Mark Rick said that?
That's
Wow.
That's pretty close to a quote, and the ass word was one he definitely used.
Wow, that's incredible. I didn't see that. Unbelievable. I tell you what, I think they might do it. It's in Tallahassee.
I mean, it's gonna be a tough. I mean, that's going to be the toughest game FSU's got. They're Louisiana. They should beat. They're favored by over 3 touchdowns. But the Gators, you just never know which quarterback Richardson's going to show up. Right. Is he going to be the good Richardson or the one that throws 3 pick sixes or whatever? So
exactly.
That really comes down to that. If both teams are healthy, it should be a close game.
And don't forget that game's Friday night, 6:30, ABC.
Yeah, I was thinking about going, but it's like 2 nights in a hotel, and you get back at 3:00 in the morning, and it's going to be cold, so I probably won't go.
Hey, that's one thing that kind of irks me a little bit. I think most of those hotels, they make you get 2 nights over there in Tallahassee. Don't they do that?
Well, for the big games, they do, absolutely. And they jack the price up to probably most of them are like $400 a night, so you spend up $800 a hotel.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Hey, listen, we got a break coming up. Thank you so much for calling. Hey, I didn't know. That's good. I'm glad you told me about Mark Rick. I like him. I like him a lot.
No, he comes across very. That's the first time I've ever seen him be pro one team or the other. I mean, he tries to say nice things about everybody for the most part.
Yeah,
he's a really nice person, and it was so surprising. It just it was funny. I found it on YouTube trying to find if there was some place I could find a link to it, but I can't find where they have it broken down like this. So, but they do replay the show. At odd times they'll play different games and things on the ACC network. So, listen, you guys have a good day.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. You love golf. Get out to Bay Point. I tell you, Ryan does a great job down there. Bay Point Golf, great place to go. If you want to make big-time money one time, have one big fundraiser, you want to have a golf tournament, you need to call Ryan up, and you got to schedule way out. He'll coach you up. You do what he tells you to do. You'll make as much money as you want. Bay Point Golf, #1, not even close. Appreciate them doing the Auburn update. We get back, we'll talk a little bit more about that big win for Auburn. And like we talked about, Chad, Auburn honestly has a chance to get into a bowl game. I've seen some crazy things happen in the Iron Bowl. I am glad the game's played in Tuscaloosa, not at Auburn, because that's a big difference right there. They're a different animal at home. There's no doubt about that. But anyway, let's talk about some more of our other great sponsors we have, like Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You want to look better, feel better, go by and see Jason Kovaleski. And Dr. Ward, we love you, brother. We'll talk to you Wednesday around 7:30. He does an incredible job. If you're listening right now, there's an office near you. If there's something that does not look right, it doesn't feel quite right, don't you make the determination if you're okay or not. You go see Dr. Ward. If you're listening right now in Northwest Florida, there's an office near you. Make an appointment. 5 minutes could save your life. No doubt about that. Also, Rudy's Barbecue on Back Beach Road. Rudy Tootie's Barbecue on Back Beach Road. Great thing about that place, 350-seat restaurant. They have a back room. You can have a birthday party, a business party, any type of meetings. They do a great job down at Rudy's Barbecue. The food's incredible. Try the turkey plate, turkey sandwich. You'll love it. But really, Ethan's a big old Texas A&M Aggie graduate, him and his beautiful wife. We'll have him here tomorrow talking about everything that's going on with the A&M. But get down to Rudy's and have a good meal right there. Blue Sky Express Car Wash on Back Beach Road. You want that vehicle to look brand new? Go try them one time. You'll go back every time. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida and staff meteorologist Tim Root for up-to-the-minute weather reports all day long.
Moving northwestward into the Gulf of Mexico by the weekend.
In-depth storm coverage.
Gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey, cheesy, crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously. But as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Hi folks, I'm Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. It's our 50th anniversary celebration. You've trusted us for 50 years to bring you the largest selection at the lowest prices. And now we're going to save you even more with our 50th anniversary celebration. We're giving you 50% off certified diamonds, diamond engagement rings and diamond bands, and 50% off diamond bracelets and earrings. 50 years of putting a sparkle on Bay County, Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. And you can take that to the bank.
Broadcasting live from the J. Michaels Studios.
The best part of waking up is
The Coach James Hale Show. Powered by Pepsi. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And good morning. Welcome back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Bundle up. It's kind of chilly out there today. It's going to be that way most of the week. Bad weather maybe tomorrow. And then it's going to be cold after Tuesday. All right. I got to say happy birthday to my father-in-law in heaven. He'll be 102 years old today. George Langton. Julie posted about her daddy, his father right there, Chad. 102 years old if he was still alive. And great man. Really liked him. All right. I got to get I want to talk to SEC football. I want to talk about a couple things. I know you want to talk about something, too, about uniform. As a matter of fact, I'll let you talk now. Why are you being so hard on Oregon? A wealthy man that owns Nike? He has the money to change the uniforms up every other day, yet you say they're ugly.
Golly, I had such difficulty watching that Oregon and Washington game because of those yellow colors, that canary yellow the Ducks were wearing. Or maybe we should call them the rubber duckies. We can sing the song, right?
Hey, they play
rubber
like,
duckies,
they play like
the
rubber
one.
duckies. Bo gets beat, man. So you're saying if Bo would have worn those green uniforms, they'd have won that game?
Maybe so. All I know is, man, I couldn't watch the television. That yellow was obnoxious.
How much did you watch of that game?
Bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched Washington go ahead. I watched
51
some
seconds
plays.
left in the game. They kick a field goal. Now we need Oregon to take care of Southern Cal. Then I think we're through with messing with the teams out west. We get some real football teams in the playoffs. Even though I do think Southern Cal's going to be back as a powerhouse again. All right, let's talk. I want to talk about this one game, Chad. Tennessee puts it on Missouri, 66-24. Did you see what happened? There's like under a minute to go. Tennessee throws a long pass, catches it. They're lucky to stop him, gets on the goal line. All they had to do is take a knee. The game's over. They line up quickly. They run the football, and they score a touchdown. 66
trying to get
24.
into playoffs.
Wait a minute. Come on. Let me ask you. You're on the committee. You beat somebody 59-24. It really matters 6 more points? Does it matter?
I
No.
hate to say it, but
No.
it does.
No.
In the mind of
No.
some, it does.
No, it does not. I think that was Bush League. I didn't like it one bit.
I didn't say I liked it.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
saying.
just come on, man. I hope one day Missouri has gets the opportunity to do the same thing to Tennessee. I
they
didn't
will.
like that.
Now
they asked
come around.
They asked the head coach of Missouri what he thought about it. He was very professional and said, "Hey, I control my sideline. He controls his. He runs his offense. We run our defense. Our job is to stop him."
Right.
Now, Coach Bowden used to put it on you too. Now, he said, "Hey, that run up the score, that's only half my problem. the other one's yours. So whatever." But anyway, I didn't. That's just me. I didn't like it. But Tennessee looked good. They looked good. Missouri played them pretty tough for a while. They pull away. Tennessee's fighting to get in the playoffs. All right, what else happened in the SEC? Alabama 30, Ole Miss 24. Florida Gators, goodness. Let's talk about the Gators. We're going to talk a lot about the Gators. We got a whole day like on Wednesday we do on Gators. But Florida, when Richardson looks good, Florida plays well.
Exactly.
The defense showed up.
Look good.
You know what? He gets rid of two problems. He gets rid of two players. They're really good players, but were attitude problems. And look what's happened. They've gotten better since they got rid of them. They played well against Texas A&M. They played really good against South Carolina at home. They beat them up badly, 38-6. Now, they got Vandy coming up. What did Vandy do? Vandy beats Kentucky.
Upset them.
24-21, John. Kentucky goes down. Vandy had lost 26 SEC games until Saturday night. 26 SEC teams to beat them in a row. They beat Kentucky 24-21. Now, they're going to be puffed up. They're going to play really well against Florida Gators. I think Florida's got too much, but I think it's going to be a lot closer game than people think. And I think the game is at Vandy. I'm pretty sure it's at Vandy. I got to double check on it. Why don't you check that for me? If it's in Gainesville, I feel a heck of a lot better. If it's in Vandy, I think it won't be a blowout. But if it's down in Gainesville, it could get ugly. But Chad's looking it up for me right now. But great job. That's a big win for Vandy, no doubt about that. You find it?
It's at Vanderbilt.
So it's not going to be a blowout, I guarantee.
11 a.m. on the SEC network.
It's going to be cold up there, baby. So we'll see how the Gators perform there. But they get that win, and they got an opportunity against FSU on the road on a Friday night. The whole world's going to watch 6:30 kickoff, ABC, the only game on TV. The whole country will be watching that football game right after Thanksgiving dinner the next day. Georgia Bulldogs, they go into Starkville. They played well. Kirby did a great job. They played really well the second half. They beat Mississippi State 45-19. We've been talking about Auburn's big win, 13-10 over Texas A&M. What about LSU? LSU, they had the biggest win of the year, and I told everybody, watch out. This is going to be a close game. Arkansas got embarrassed by losing to Liberty. Their starting quarterback didn't even play. Didn't matter. They still played well. The coaches were PO'd. They had a really good week of practice. They worked them hard. They were ready to play. LSU, 103,000 on Saturday night, playing for the world. They're the talk of college football. They beat Alabama, and then they go kick off 11 o'clock in 39-degree weather, and there's icicles hanging on the goalpost. They're number 40, that stud freshman kid's unbelievable. I can't believe that's like a Will Anderson, man. This kid's going to be something special. First-round draft pick, I guarantee you. He's sick. He's throwing up. He goes out there and plays, and he's probably the difference in the ball game.
Yeah.
But Arkansas had every opportunity to upset LSU, and we might really be talking Bama having a chance to get in a lot better now. But no, LSU gets it done. LSU 13, Arkansas 10. Great job by Coach Kelly. Here we go. Here's your rankings in the SEC East. Georgia is number 1, 7-0 record, 7-0 in the SEC, 10-0 overall. The number 2 team in SEC East, Tennessee Volunteers, 5-1 SEC, 9-1 overall. South Carolina is 3-4, 6-4. They're bowl eligible. Kentucky, they dropped to 3-4 after losing to Vandy. They're 6-4. They're going to a bowl game. Florida Gators get the win. They're 3-4 in the SEC. They beat Vandy. They'll finish 4-4 in the SEC. They'll be 7-4 with one game to go. So they could finish 8-4, which would be unbelievable, or they can finish 7-5 if they beat Vandy. They're going to a bowl game. Missouri, I think their chance of getting a bowl game now are very slim. They dropped to 2-5 in the SEC, 4-6 overall. I don't see them going bowling. Vandy is the worst team in the SEC East. They dropped to 1-5 in the SEC. They dropped to 4-6. Or they move up to 4-6 overall. They'd have to beat Florida and Tennessee to get to a bowl game. Ain't gonna happen. In the SEC West, LSU is number 1. Overall SEC record 6-1. Overall record 8-2. Alabama is second, 5-2 in the SEC, 8-2 overall. Ole Miss 4-2 in the SEC, 8-2 overall. All three of them going to big bowl games. Mississippi State drops to 3-4 in the SEC. They're 6-4 overall. They have made a bowl game. Arkansas, Chad, Arkansas's got to win 2 games. Do you think they'll get it done? They got 2 games. No, actually, they need 1 game to win. They got 2 games to go. They've got to win one of them. They're the biggest disappointment to me. I thought they're going to be really good this year. They've been a very disappointing team to me. They go 2-4 in the SEC. They finished 5-5 overall.
So they've got Ole Miss and Missouri left. They got Ole Miss at home, and they're at Missouri.
I don't know if they can beat Ole Miss, but they play the best they can. But I'll tell you what now, it won't shock me if they don't make a bowl game. Missouri, you never know with Missouri.
Right.
And it's at Missouri.
Yeah, it's at Missouri.
Oof, good luck to that. All right, Texas A&M, 1-6, 3-7 overall. Guess what? No bowl game 2 years ago. I'm telling you, Carm, it's true. It comes back to haunt you. He pulled out that bowl game last year because he didn't want to play that quarterback. He didn't want to get another loss. And look what's happened to him ever since. That was a wrong thing to do. I said it back then. LSU did. Look at that. LSU did the right thing, and LSU's having a great year. They're in the first year of Brian Kelly. They're in the SEC. They won the SEC West. Jimbo Fisher did a shady thing, didn't go play in the bowl game, and look what's happened to him. They're 3-7 overall. Maybe he'll learn from that. You think?
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Thank you, Chad. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Chad, let's tell everybody again how to get up with you.
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344.
Don't forget about our great people at Buffalo Rock, and don't forget the big time, the famous realtors, the big time, the most successful Beth Mulvey, Mark Cowart, you name them. They all use South Oak Title and Closing because of Chuck Tucker. Chuck Tucker is nothing but a winner, says the Bear. Go down and try them out. If you got a real estate deal getting ready to close, you say, you demand, we're going to go with Chuck Tucker. We're going to go with South Oak Title and Closing. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. They do an incredible job down there. Happy hour 3 to 7. Special week. You buy one, get one free in the weekends. They have the NFL ticket. Ask Doug. He loves it down there. That Cajun place, 75-cent wings every Saturday and Sunday. I'll be there at 11 o'clock watching the early kickoff game, eating those wings. Had a great time last weekend there. Julie and Phil Cobb and I had a great time down there with all of our friends. Had my Bama shirt on too. What did you wear? Did you wear your Central Florida, your Alabama, Auburn stuff? You change every other day. Which one did you wear Saturday?
Saturday I wore white.
That's like Alabama on the road. Okay, that's all right.
I was at the 30A Wine Festival.
Did you see any Alabama stuff down there? Did you see any football stuff?
I did not see. In fact, I saw some hats, I guess. Yeah.
I knew you would. I
wore my Saban hat.
There you go.
Little straw hat looking
You
thing.
did good. Hey, Rudy's Barbecue on Bad Beach Road. Rudy Tuesdays, go try it. You'll love it. The best barbecue you'll get anywhere. Ethan Boyd will be here tomorrow. And we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Your home for the NFL. Listen to the biggest games in ultra-high fidelity. Thursday night football. Double and triple headers on Sundays. And Monday night football. The NFL and ESPN Northwest Florida is sponsored locally by Dave & Buster's and Instant Replay Sports Cards.
Good Monday morning. I'm forecasting mostly sunny skies today. The high 65 to 70 and light east winds. Water temperature in the Gulf of Mexico is 73. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm late tonight. Mostly cloudy around 55. A weather front coming in. Showers and thunderstorms in the mid 70s planned for Tuesday. This weather forecast has been brought to you by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. For ESPN Northwest Florida, I'm meteorologist Tim Root.
30A Escapes is hiring now for full-time appliance repair and maintenance technicians. Their competitive wages start out between $22 and $25 an hour. At 30A Escapes, you'll also receive a full benefits package, including health, dental, and vision insurance, 401k with a match, and pay time off. You won't just be starting a new job. You'll be joining a supportive team with training and development programs and a beautiful working environment. Apply today at 30aescapes.com/careers.
Tired of being overcharged each month for health insurance or finding out you still have significant out-of-pocket costs from copays or deductibles when you do go see the doctor? Hi, I'm Kevin Shady with KHS & Associates. Our independent insurance agency has helped individuals, families, and even small business employees lower their health care insurance costs with no copays, no 80/20 coinsurance, and no deductibles unless you're hospitalized overnight. Call or text us at 502-386-1128. That's 502-386-1128.
Reach out, call up and just say hi.
Give them a call. Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
All right, we're back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We had mentioned the Big Ten. The West is a mess.
Yeah.
It really, truly is. The Big Ten championship game is not going to be anything you really want to watch. I think it's going to be a massacre. I think if Michigan and Ohio State will take care of business big time in the Big Ten championship.
That's why I think if those two teams play each other close, the loser still has a chance to get in.
I think if Ohio State
if somebody
loses,
blows somebody out.
the only way they get both in, I think it's Ohio State, because I'll tell you why Michigan they're going to use on Michigan if there's another team they can pick. Their strength of schedule is like 121th in the country. They didn't play anybody big. The cupcake, they'll penalize them for that. Now, if Ohio State loses a close game to Michigan, Michigan wins the Big Ten, I could see both of them getting in that way. I don't see it where Michigan loses. They could and probably should, but I don't think it. We'll see. Would you take Tennessee over Michigan?
I guess it depends.
Both of them had one loss. They both lost. That means Tennessee was ranked number 1. They lost to Georgia, was 3, and they would have Michigan lose to number 2, Ohio State. But then you look at the strength of schedule. Tennessee beat Alabama. Tennessee beat LSU. Tennessee's schedule is a lot tougher than Michigan's.
Yeah, well, but it depends on how close Michigan plays Ohio State. I mean, that's what matters is how close those two teams play each other. If it's a very close game and it's lost by a field goal or overtime, something like that, then those two teams are going to make it in.
Well,
in my mind.
I can have the court reporter.
Because that's the tough game.
I can have the court reporter read it back to you, what you said earlier, when you said Tennessee had to get score 66 to help them. So they got the big points that you demanded, okay?
Play the replay, John.
So I think Tennessee gets in over Michigan. I do, regardless.
And it might happen. I mean, I see where you're going with that, and that is one of the possibilities.
Now,
does LSU make it?
Well, let me get back to my Big Ten. Let me finish my Big Ten West, okay? You're messing me up. Big Ten West, Illinois, Purdue, Minnesota, Iowa. They're all tied for the lead. They're all 4-3. They're all 4-3.
So now what if one of those
they're all 4-3, and that's the championship of the West?
What if they win the championship game?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, if they do, that's going to really.
That would destroy everything, right?
Seriously,
the likelihood of that's low.
That's a good point, though.
I'm just throwing it out there for college football fans, and we don't know. Is it going to be Purdue? Who's it going to be?
Who knows? But that's a good point. What if that did happen?
Right. I mean, let's say
Michigan beats Ohio State, that weak schedule they had,
and then Michigan loses to Purdue. Let's say that happened.
Oh,
man, you talking about a topsy-turvy mess of trying to figure out the playoffs. The likelihood of that's low.
I think if that happens, Bama's got to go in. They got to put Bama in. Now, I will say, this week, Iowa does play Purdue, so that'll take care of one of those right there. I take that back. That's not true. I and Purdue are fighting for a bowl eligibility. Can you believe that? They could win the Big Ten, and they're trying. They're trying to get bowl eligible. Are you kidding me? But what a great point you made. If they upset the Eastern Division.
If there's an upset in that championship game, it's ugly. I'll just tell you.
Now, you mentioned one thing about LSU. Absolutely. How could you stop LSU from making the playoffs if they beat the number one team in the country, they win the SEC championship, and you don't let them in? Yes, I say they'll be the first two-loss team to get in. How could you take that away from them? They say conference champs is big. They say strength of schedule, which I think they're BSing about strength of schedule. All my advice to all you coaches out there, don't get you an easy schedule like Michigan did. Because if you win them all, you're in. Alabama didn't have to. All Alabama's got to do is beat the teams on their schedule. They don't have to play Texas. They don't have to play Ohio State. All these teams, they're scheduled in the future. They don't need to do that. Because if Alabama goes 12-0, they're going to get in the playoffs. They probably get in with 12-1, losing the SEC championship.
I like playing good teams. I like good teams to play good teams. I
So
like
you
them
wanna
to have.
punish
I
yourself.
like.
You
Listen,
wanna
I
punish
like them to
yourself.
have a tough schedule because if you went out, like look at Georgia. I mean, you went out. Everybody knows you're good. There's no doubt.
I just want to get in. I schedule the cupcakes, man.
Let's
Take
get
the
after
easy
'em.
road.
No, not the easy road. That surprises
Go
me
back to
about
LSU.
you.
I
That is
want
not
you-
what I heard you preaching to those Arnold kids.
I know. I'm just. This is radio talk right now. Let's talk about LSU. What is your thoughts on LSU? I think they. Why would you even question that? I don't understand you. It's like a northern guy in here with me right now.
A northern guy. So
they're going to say, well, they got blown out by Tennessee. That's going to be the.
They got beat by Tennessee. They did. They got and you know it was
So you're
40 to 13. I'm
You're
looking
going to
at it.
penalize them for playing FSU week 1.
Well,
they didn't have to play Florida State. They could have played somebody easy.
Right, I know. And you know, hey, FSU's a top 25 team. So, you know, they lost that game. You know, it's like I say to everybody, it's like I'm saying about Alabama. If you're going to be the best, you got to win. You got to win. It doesn't matter how good your players are, how much NIL money you got, how many five stars. You have to win on that field. You have to.
So why did Bobby Bowden say, I'm not going to go to the SEC? It's an easier path in the ACC. He said
well,
that.
listen, that's Bobby Bowden.
He's honest. He was the smartest guy in the room. Look what he did. How many games he won, how many championships he won.
I will argue that some of his teams would have done really well in the SEC.
But Alabama, you talking about Alabama. Alabama shouldn't be playing Texas. They should be playing like Georgia Tech.
I'm glad they played Texas.
Michigan. You're going to let Michigan in with one loss. You were just talking about Michigan ago. They didn't play anybody. Ohio State played Notre Dame. Michigan played Hawaii.
I guess, you know, when you look at Michigan, they are blowing people out. It's not like last year.
So here we go. You want people to just beat people to death like Tennessee and Michigan. Chad, you're violent. You're a very violent person.
Well, hey, it helps us understand how good a team you got when you're blowing people out of the water.
But seriously, no kidding. I kid about lots of it. Honest to God, it doesn't matter what your schedule is. If you win out, they can say all they want to say about strength of schedule counts. It doesn't count. If you're undefeated, they're going to put you in there.
If there's a bunch of upsets at the end of this year, it's going to be crazy.
Let me ask you this. You don't think Tennessee would beat TCU?
I think Tennessee would whip TCU. I really do.
But if they're undefeated, they're in.
I get it. And I think, you know, like
your Cincinnati Bearcats were undefeated.
We like to joke about that. But TCU, all right, so let's look at TCU. They're ranked 4th. And above them, you have Georgia, who would wipe the field with TCU.
I agree.
You have Ohio State.
If they're healthy.
Ohio State that I think would wipe the field with, and I think Michigan would dog whip them.
I think
really do.
I agree with you. I think Bama would beat them if they
Then
played.
below them, you've got Tennessee, LSU, USC. They'd probably beat USC in my mind. TCU would, and then Alabama, Clemson. They might not play that well against Bama or Clemson.
I don't think so either.
So, you know, I don't know. I mean, now, you know,
maybe Clemson, Alabama. They play well against.
Yeah. So, you know, but who do they have left? They don't really have.
I think they have to play somebody over.
They got Baylor and Iowa State, and then they've got to play that championship game.
They might be playing Texas. Whoever's second, they play. Whoever's finishes second in the league.
second. So let me look up standings and we'll find out who's second here.
Yeah, they don't have like East West. They do it different.
Yeah, so it would be Kansas State, who's 7-3 overall, 5-2 in the conference. They're ranked 19th.
So they got an easy path to get it in.
They really do. They got an easy path to get it. Now this goes back to what you said. So here we go. You just got through saying, well, I would take the easy route and I would have the easy schedule.
They're going to make it. That's right. They proved my
TCU
case.
is doing that very thing.
Them in Michigan are doing what I'm saying. They got the easy way in. And Michigan's got a big name, so they can get away with it easier than TCU. How much time we got? 1 minute. What a day today. Chad, it's been a fun day with you today, buddy. I come in here and I learned some things about you I didn't know. You want Tennessee to blow people out of the water, get some guy down the ground, hold his nose in the mud.
Listen to this nonsense.
Of course, he knows more people get hurt, they come see you. I get it. I get it. Anyway, what you got going on? We got a lot of surgeries going on this week.
Oh, I've been out a week, so I'm sure I have surgeries lined up.
And we got you next Monday.
I should be here.
All right, you've been taking care of people forever. And this is the legendary Dr. Chapman. We got two Mitchell around here. This is the real deal.
There's only one now.
Oh, he
there
moved?
used to be. Yeah, there used to be two.
I knew you'd run his butt out of here.
I'll listen to that.
All right, Chad, real quick, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates, 850-785-4344.
All right, Underdogs this afternoon. Dave's got a great show lined up for you. Feinbaum from 6 to 10. And we'll be back tomorrow. Ethan Boyd, Jim Brandt, all you want to hear about them Aggies. Hey, great job. Cadillac Williams, great job. The Auburn Tigers get a big win. And FSU, man, proud of those Florida State Seminoles. They are getting it done. Do they win out? I kind of think they're going to win out, you Gator people. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
We're playing Fight Song Feast with Texas Roadhouse. Leverage your knowledge of college football fight songs to win a Texas Roadhouse gift bucket this Christmas and Thanksgiving. Win $60 in Texas Roadhouse gift certificates. Just listen Thursday mornings with Coach Hale at 8 and the afternoon Underdogs at 5 for your chance to win. The Fight Song Feast from Texas Roadhouse and ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good Monday morning. I'm forecasting mostly sunny skies today. The high 65 to 70 and light east winds. Water temperature in the Gulf of Mexico is 73. Chance of a shower thunderstorm late tonight. Mostly cloudy around 55. Weather front coming in. Showers and thunderstorms in the mid 70s planned for Tuesday.